Hi, I'm Keith Foote with the National De-Escalation Training Center. I've been involved with this organization since 2018. A little bit of prior history about me. I was in law enforcement in the state of Wyoming in the mid-1970s. I spent over 20 years in public education as a classroom teacher, building administrator, and assistant superintendent in charge of special programs. Why do I want to be involved with this program, with this company? Well, I'll tell you, this company only deals with evidence-based material. The goal of this company is to get you home safe, to give you additional tools to add to your toolbox so that you can pull them out when necessary and use them effectively so that you get home safe and sound. That's what we want to accomplish with our training today. Our training is not here to supplement or supplant any of the other training that you've already had or will have in the future. What this is an additional tool and experience for you to start dealing with the general public and de-escalating critical situations. Because how you deal with a situation where the person is out of control or semi in control or moving into more control or to the point of normalcy, you deal with that person, you talk with that person in different ways. And that's what we're going to show you how to do during this class. This is not a sit on your butt, take notes and kind of look interesting type of class. As you've already experienced, this is a hands-on class. You've already been involved with our first scenario, which is a baseline for your learning in these next 2 days. You are going to be participants in this activity. So, what we're going to cover. We are going to cover stabilization, maintaining order in the environment that you find yourself in, intervention so that you don't further escalate a situation or the situation doesn't escalate further with you there. De-escalation skills so that you can stop the aggression and violence in a non-physical manner. And that's important today. And everything that we're going to be sharing with you today is evidence-based. As a matter of fact, this presentation can change from class to class because we are constantly updating our material based on recent research and also input from the boots on the ground, from other officers such as you that tell us this works really well in our department. You may want to take a look at it. And we do take a look at those types of things, and some of those things are incorporated into our training that you're going to get today. If you come back to another training in maybe a year, this presentation could be completely different. We are not going to cover weapons, physical contact, or deadly force. You have written policies within your department that dictate how you're supposed to deal with those situations. And so we're not going to get into that type of an affair. Overview of the National De-Escalation Training Company. We actually started years ago. We were commissioned by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to develop a system where their agents could quickly identify individuals' personalities and be able to gauge their likeliness of some type of violence. And also, along with that, they wanted to know how to effectively deal with different types of personality traits. And so we developed part of this information that you're going to get today as a result of this commissioned work that we had. This work was actually administered by the Defense Intelligence Agency. Material that you're going to have, some of the material that you're going to have today has actually been presented to the CIA, FBI, and other intelligence organizations. We are a Michigan-based nonprofit organization. We're based in Wayne State University in the city of Detroit, Michigan. We have training. We are certified trainers in 36 states, 37 states actually, when you count Michigan. Because out of the 36, Idlest has 36 states that they certify training in. As a matter of fact, when we presented this program to them, they commented that this was the best program out there for de-escalation. We are also certified in the state of Michigan, which brings us up to 37. We have different regional training centers. We have one in Florida, North Carolina, Michigan, Kansas, Nevada, and soon to be Washington State. Our mission is to deliver the best and most advanced evidence-based de-escalation training through research and innovation. Again, we are constantly updating our information, our presentation to you, so that you get the most up-to-date training available out there, so that you know how to handle critical situations. Our methodology. We integrate traditional de-escalation methods with individual personality considerations. This is level 3 training that any other training does not include, because how you deal with different personalities varies. The different personalities hear you differently. And in order to be effective with that individual's personality, you need to adjust your presentation. And those are things that we're going to cover during this class. Those are things that you're going to practice in this class. And these are things that you're going to become proficient at, so that when the time comes to pull out this tool, you're ready. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skills. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skills. That was written by Sun Tzu, a general in 500 BC in China. He was a feared general, and he also did quite a bit of writing. This particular quote came out of the book written in 1964. Our goal to employ alternatives to gain peaceful compliance. Alternative, what we are teaching you is an alternative to physical force. Are we saying that you eliminate physical force? No, we are not. There comes time when you need to do that, and you need to be comfortable as you can be, to use the physical force. We want to reduce the possibility of injury and death to you, the subject, and the community members. As a result of some of the things that have happened in recent years, certain communities have become extremely upset and distrustful of certain police forces. Now, the far majority of police forces and police officers are really, really good people. They're there just like you to help the community, to serve the community. But like any other organization on this planet, you always have a few bad apples that make it bad for everybody else. And that's unfortunate. And as a result of some of those actions by a very few individuals, we're going through a major change in what our country demands of our police forces. As a result of some of those actions, officers have been suspended. There's been firings. There's been civil and criminal charges laid against police officers who are trying their hardest to do the best job that they can, only to be stuck in a situation where they just don't have the proper skills or training at the time to deal with a potential situation. Does this training have validity? Yes, it does. In a recent research document released in 2020, it was conducted by the University of Cincinnati in conjunction with the the Louisville Metro Police Department. And it started in 2018, and it was completed in 2020. And as a result of their de-escalation training, they discovered that there was a significant reduction of officer use of force. So this works. But it's like any other tool. When you take out that half-inch wrench to use, that nut's not going to come off unless you use that tool. And so let's start taking a look at what we have to offer.